Hello everybody, SerialDesignation-Prime here, and today we are back with Prime Reviews. And I could not explain how excited I am to present off the figure I'm going to review. Today's review is Fallen Leader Class Optimus Prime. And let me just rearrange the camera real quick. So, just wow. Just a beautiful figure overall. And I am, hold on real quick, I'm just going to set the, oops, not that button. I'm just going to set him off this side right here. And you're telling me that this figure right here, it's the Masterpiece Prime, was made from this. That's insane! Like, what? I mean, look at him. Just look at him. Like, take a look at the vehicle mode. He is chunky. He is dense. He is a very nicely detailed version of the Peterbilt vehicle he was in the movie. Now, as for features, well, besides some rolling, I'd say, is he has a button right here, but unfortunately, because one of the battery springs is not, is broken, so I can't show off the sound, so it's okay. But I'm saying, like, just take a one last look at this vehicle mode, like, hold up. Just taking a look at him. Wow. Like, what a figure to behold. So, we're going to move on to size of comparisons and on to transformation. So first we got, I don't have any vehicle mode size comparisons, so I'll scale this for now. This oversized MP10 I've got, which is called XP10. And here is the other holy grail of my life. Unique Toys Challenger. And surprisingly, they're both pretty bigger than this. Let's just fix that. So, yeah, this figure is just absolutely gorgeous. Like, yeah, I know we've probably moved so far past it we don't want this figure, and I know some people hate the transformation. I don't mind it. It's not complex, so it's like, oh yeah, I just want to give up and throw this at a wall. No, this is good. The problem is, people are going out of order and like given without instructions, which I was given instructions, but I'm saying, like, it's not that hard when you get used to it. Like, it is a bit much, yeah, but it's not complex. It's like, it's easy when you get the hang of it. So, starting off here, we're just going to fold out these panels. Now, what I tend to do is just go to the back, fold in the I forget what part of the, fenders? Yeah, fenders. The back fenders of the vehicle like this. Hold up, let me just, so it just goes from this to this, and then you just fold this back, and we'll move on to that later. Now I'm just gonna go to the front and tab that, and you should hear that little click. Untab this, and you're gonna lift the cab up, and like, this is the part where everyone starts going to have a seizure. But let's see which part we should start with first, because the legs are a bit easy, but I want to go through the torso first, so I'll go for the torso. So, I would say first bit of caution, just pull the legs down so they're not in the way of tabbing this together. So just tab that in. I don't know if that tabbed in. I hope I didn't break anything. But anyways, I am gonna probably... Hold on, I'm just gonna... Jump cut. Okay, now we're back. I did that off camera because, well, it's a bit tricky to get all this to fit on camera, so as I was going to do is, you're going to untab this piece, and if you can't see it, but just unfold that from there, just twist it around, and fold that into here. There should be a little slot right there. Fold this out just a little bit, and unpeg that, and fold it around, and peg it in. And then you just peg it into there, then you swivel these things around, which were the fenders, and now there's going to be a little peg right here that's going to slot into. Mine is not really good, none of anyone's is, so just take this caution that this is going to probably pop out, but you could tighten that up like with glue or something, or like polish. So the back should look like this. Now, let's get on. You know what? Let's go ahead and do the feet because it's annoying me. So first off, you're going to unpeg these and fold them in. Pull his legs apart like that, and here's what should be the best part of this transformation: his feet. Now watch this. You see these two pieces? Boom, boom, boom. All that folding to make this pretty good foot. And also you might want to rotate that. I don't know what angle, but I go for that angle sometimes. Anyways, just let me go over it. Just fold these pieces out. Fold his grill in like that. And then just fold it all up just like this. And now he has feet. And just make sure everything is tabbed together. And he should be standing. Now let me see if I can get this to rise correctly. I don't know if that's going to work. So, what I'm going to do is just... Okay, jump cut. I still don't think that's high enough. And if you're wondering if what I am doing in the jump cuts, I am stacking my phone on top of boxes that has a little stand it's sitting on. So, because I'm poor enough to buy a adapter for the tripod, so this is the best you're gonna get, so just trust me here. But back to the transformation. Split the nose of the cab part. Fold this out. I would usually just fold all this out. That's a little bit tough on camera, but I'll jump cut to it. Okay, back. So, what I did is fold that out, fold this panel in, and then push it up, fold it in. And then you pull that out, twist it around, twist his bicep around, or what is going to be the bicep. Maybe it's also good bit clearance just to set off his gimmick. But anyways, just fold that in. swirl that around, which is pretty terrible footage for the camera, but what can you do? But fold that around, fold his little gas tank, I think it's called. I don't know. So basically, you're just gonna fold that in, untab, and swivel around. And then it's just gonna peg into that. And then just fold it in on its double hinge system. And then I'm just gonna jump cut right here. Okay, there we go. Dang it, I'm gonna have to raise the camera up again. Jump cut! Okay, there we go. Just fold his arms out like that. Probably fold that back, because that's not supposed to be out right now. And everything has come on the tab. Jump cut. The back panels are coming loose, if you're wondering why I'm having to jump cut so much. But anyways, just fold those out, fold them back, tab them in to the little slots right here. Just tab them in. Fold that out while you're at it. Tab that in. Fold out the panels on the sides of his windows. And then, actually, don't fold those out just yet. And if you don't want to set off the gimmick, mine obviously doesn't work, like I just said, but if you did, you would have to be careful if you didn't want to turn on the sounds when you did this, because it's literally in the gimmick for, I might not spoil that just now, but just fold his neck in, fold it in, connect these into the body, which I will show much better because no one else is willing to do it. So if you see this piece, this little hook, this little nub, just slide it in somewhere around this slot right here and just go, there we go. And that is much better than anyone else has shown, but I'll finish this off camera. Okay, back, but now you want to take these little, whatever it's called, I'll call it truck eyebrow, just fold it up and just angle it however accurate enough you want it. I would say it would be around here, a little bit crooked, but I'm gonna fix that. Yeah, close enough. Anyways, oh, one more step. Fold his wheels in, and there we go. You got. But anyways, here we are. Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class Optimus Prime, and then the gimmick just went off. But anyways, this is a very good figure. Like, looking at him, like, even look at the head, man. This is literally my dream figure right here. One of my dream figures. Obviously, being... and that's not even a real one, but anyways. But yeah, this is a pretty good figure. Just angling that right. Just look at him. He is, like... Come on. This piece always fights me. But I'm saying, like, looking at every angle, man, this thing is well done. And I hope the person who designed this back in 2009, I believe, got a raise for this, because this is a work of art. And it will never be captured again, unfortunately. Because the Masterpiece line dropped the ball on it. And that's because they just literally removed all the things that made this good. Like, yeah, I would want a copy of it someday, but for now, this is better. But I'm saying, like, look at the gear detail in his chest, and look how, like, chunky and good-looking he looks. I mean, I don't know if any of you think he looks good, but I'm saying he looks good. for what I think you're supposed to look. So, it's a flip the coin situation right now. What I should go over, either the gimmicks or the articulation. I would say go over the articulation first. So, going to the head, you can look left to right. You can't look up unless you untab the thing, which I'm not going to do. Just angle these. Once again, these are probably something cool you can angle. You can untab his arms to have a butterfly joint. And you can make his arms go in and out. And rotate front to back, which is going to be difficult because there's going to be clashing parts in the way. But anyways, here's a bit of one of the gimmicks. When you rotate his bicep, there's a bit of moving stuff in there. And that's what we refer to as Mechalive, which is basically why his chest is all geared up in there. But we'll get to that in a bit. If you do his gimmick right here, which is a little bit of a spoil, but we already did that earlier, but you can get his elbows to bend all the way, and his wrist can swivel. His hips can go front that far, back a decent amount, except before it gets clashy with the parts, and this piece won't just stay on. A limited hip swivel, because if you watch a Dr. Lockdown video on him, he figured out that there's a little piece in there on the inner mushroom joint that's limiting the swivel range, so it just goes that far. So anyways, he can bend his knees that far, and he can also break his knees. My knees! Anyways, okay, there's gonna be a jump cut right here because the phone falls and I could have revealed my face right here, which I don't want to, so I jump cut here. So we are going to talk about his gimmicks now. So one of the biggest gimmicks, which is the chest gimmick, right? So you just pull down this lever and I am Optimus Prime. I am Optimus Prime. I am Optimus Prime. And you must be wondering, why are you doing the voice? Well, let me tell you. The batteries don't work, so I can't do squat, apparently. But anyways, but besides that, also, when I was mentioning about the Mechalive gimmick, look at his chest when it flexes. Like, you see this part right here? This part that's jiggling? Hold on, let me get a more clear focus on that. You see the gears moving right there? Every time you do that, it would flex his chest muscles, but it would also make it feel more, I would say, alive, because it's cool. But I personally don't use that gimmick that much, mostly because it's not going to work on my copy. But anyway, so one of the most iconic gimmicks on him, besides the Mechalive, is that his swords swing out. So what you're gonna do is, you see this little lever right here, this little white block? Just press on it like this. And hopefully it doesn't get stuck. Hold up. Mine is a little bit weak because I removed it once and never again because, well, it's going to get weaker and weaker, so I'm not going to do it. But this one's a little bit better because it's a little bit stronger. So, 1, 2. Hold on, it's not working. Hold up. And these are done wonderful. Like, cool. You might not see it on camera, but these are cool. Like, literally, they have, like, a transparency to them. And if I ever had, like, I have a light above me right here, because this is where I animate. And you saw a little bit of my collection right there. But anyways, so just gonna go over a size comparison. So first up, we got Unique Toys Challenger, which is amazingly a head taller. Quite literally a head taller. And here he is compared to my knockoff MB10, which is obviously much taller. But what if I tell you I have another Revenge of the Fallen figure? Ladies and gentlemen, murder drones and Autobots and Decepticons worker drones, I would like to present Leader Class Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, which is obviously based on concept art, but he's still cool. One reason? Well, you can't disagree with him there. I mean, I'll save this for a little bit of review, but here's a little side review right here. He's okay. He's okay, but he's a little bit weird, and I'll talk about that more in his review. But anyways, yeah, this is the last part of the review. But anyways, thank you for watching this far. And what else could I do? I'm gonna turn into a truck now.